That would be odd if we were all squatting with our vagina just out.
Why would it be, Leanne? I
I don't know. I mean, I love you. I feel close to you, but that's a little much. Don't you think?
It is a Korean spa.
We should be talking about this on the podcast, I guess, anyway.
I know, right? It's interesting that you didn't.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be weird to be, you would put that,
sorry.
to be squatting over. Is it like a pot of steam?
Yeah, I think so.
So we could really just do it here.
Just do it in the man cave.
Just like lie down and go to sleep.
Right. We could just all meet in the man cave with like pots set up, and we could just squat. Then we could keep our shirt on, right? No.
Oh,
I don't know.
You could just
Korean
wear,
spa is
like-
all naked. You're all naked.
Yeah, but if we did it here,
No, if we did it here.
then you could just wear like a beach cover up.
It's the redneck vaginal steam, right? The low budge.
I don't know. We have to go there because I don't know what the herbs they use to steam your
Oh, they put
vagina.
herbs in it?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, because
Right, it's not just steam, right? It's,
Is it garlic? For later?
Shit.
You do have to talk into the mic.
No, but we're not starting yet, right?
Oh, yeah, we
are?
started.
Oh, no, you said not off the mic.
No,
okay.
no. Well,
Sorry.
I thought we were off the mic, but he had pushed go. Anyway.
Okay, well.
But I thought we were off. So it was innocent on my part. And then at a certain point I said, we're not. And he was like, huh, huh, huh.
Oh,
Austin
okay.
gave me the hairy eyeball. Right?
good thing Halston doesn't listen to you.
Do you not want to talk publicly about steaming our vaginas?
Well, if we're gonna go and come back and do this, so we can do the next episode.
Next episode. Okay.
Right?
Cool. Yeah. I mean, I'm curious about it. I have no idea.
Me too. I think I need some steaming right now.
You do?
I've been having leakage.
Like pee leakage?
Yeah.
Oh, like when you sneeze and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, but doesn't that always happen?
No, not,
okay, in my
not
world, it always
lately.
happens.
It's just lately.
But wait, did yours start right after you had babies?
Yeah.
Just like right after? Because mine
I
just
feel like
started.
it did.
Mine, I did.
Yes.
Oh,
I
I've
just
had it for a
started
while. No,
too.
mine didn't just start. No,
No,
I
I
definitely
just
had
started
it for a while.
mine.
Mine just started too.
I feel like it's gotten worse, but
well,
it's not new.
Now, if I have to go pee, and I'm like, I can't hold it as much as
Same. I'm the same.
before. And I
can
think
still
I
hold
just
it, but
like,
if I
I turned
sneeze
44. I don't know what it is. Or it's just summer. I have no idea.
Just all blown out.
It's all blown out. So
It's all blown
I mean,
out,
I don't know
honey.
if the steaming would help. I mean,
No, the steaming wouldn't help, but that vaginal rejuvenation
yes,
thing is
that
supposed
I'm
to help.
interested
for,
in
yeah.
doing.
That's
too.
like one step before a surgery. And one of our local friends here has had that surgery, and she told me it was life-changing. She was like, I'm trying to get her to come on here to talk about it. And she
'Cause-
says she will, and then she won't book it. She won't.
The steaming is really to, kind of, sex up your sex life.
Wait a
Like
minute, I
kind
thought
of
it was just to balance you
kinda,
out.
Yeah, exactly. Sort of have you make. You
Kathy's
can-
like, wait a minute.
I was like, wait
no,
a second.
you can feel a little
Steven's
bit
like,
more
sign
like
her
little-
up.
I don't know. It's just more sexier.
It's like putting
don't know.
CLR in
and
your
then cleaning
pipes.
it out,
Right.
like cleaning the
Kathy.
shit out.
Thank you, Kathy.
What?
I said it's like pouring CLR in your pipes. It's the calcium lime rust remover that you pour in your pipes and your pipes go better.
So
Like your
yes,
house is like that,
similar.
right?
Yes,
Like
it's
CLR.
sort of like a cleanse. It's like
like
a
a
cleanse, but then it
cleanse.
stimulates whatever it is up there that's blocking.
That's
your-
blocking.
What's blocking what? I'm confused now.
I mean, blood comes out of it.
Oh,
Does
so
it
you're
then-
talking like
babies,
anything that like, okay.
2 babies came out of that. You don't know what's stuck up there.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
see
So
what you
you're
mean.
talking, okay.
Yeah.
So
I thought you were talking about like.
But then I wonder, see, I think it's good that we're talking about this now because I have a lot of questions. And then when we actually go do it, then my questions will be answered.
Right.
Like, does stuff like pour out of you?
yes,
Is it-
they said
it
that
does?
While you're doing it?
Yeah,
Into the
some
pot?
shit that comes out. Yeah.
There
it's
is
not
no-
steaming anymore. Like, ew, that's weird.
That's steam cleaning.
Yes,
Right.
it's kind of it's like a cleanse.
But then there's no way that you sit naked with other people and have shit pouring out of your vagina into a pot from
I don't
a pot
think
of
it's
steaming
all
water.
that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's
So that part is like in a private room.
If we do it, I don't think all 3 of us in the room. It's like they book 25 minutes. And you go in the room and you squat there. You don't bring your iPhone. You don't bring magazines. You just squat there in this pot. It's like it's really hot.
You just
steaming.
meditate.
And my friend said it felt like 5 days in there.
Because it's probably really hot.
yeah, it's really long. You're squatting there with you're not on the phone,
Nothing
you're not
to do.
talking, you're just like steaming your vajay.
It's like a religious experience,
Yes,
right?
kind of, yeah. So
Okay,
you
I'm
wanna
looking
do
forward
it?
to that. Yeah, I want to do that. And I want to do the vaginal rejuvenation thing because I
That,
pee my
yes.
pants all the time. When I sneeze or cough, when I had the flu, oh my
Oh,
God.
yes.
I just started wearing a maxi pad because I was like, pee every time. And then if I don't pee before I work out, I'll pee during my workout. And I don't even think I have to pee. And I'll be jumping around all of a sudden, boom.
I can't do that
Jumping is
anymore.
bad.
Jumping's bad.
Jumping and sneezing, I can't do. Coughing doesn't.
Well, when
no
you have the
problem
flu,
with
you're coughing.
Yeah.
Sneezing, I don't do it. Yeah, oh, yeah, I do.
I do.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I'm in this yoga scope, and you're like halfway through the class, you have to like jump, like do jumping jack.
Yeah, jumping
I can't
is-
do it. I'll be like, and then I'm like, you can see who had babies before, they're not jumping.
You can't jump,
Like,
right?
I can't jump because I can't jump because the minute I jump, shit comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
No.
I don't like that at all.
Because you're wearing jeans, you're all wet. And
I know. And then your panties are wet forever.
Exactly.
And do
It's
you
just
really want to be
gross.
like Brooke Burke and start wearing the pull-up paper depend panties? I don't.
No.
Yeah, I'm not ready for that. I need to have a lot more gray hair before that happens.
But how many times
lot
do we
more
have to
pee.
do that?
Like-
that,
vaginal rejuvenation?
yeah, like 2
You know, I don't know. When the girls are back in school, which is like 2 weeks from now, I was planning on finding somebody to do that. I was going to reach out to Jair, that behavioral guy, and see if he'll do that for 2 people on my podcast. And I have a bunch of stuff like that.
As I'm talking to you guys, I'm doing a kegel.
You're doing kegels?
Yes, because
like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I'm like,
But my
It just
my
got
shit
really
won't
worse.
do a kegel. Okay, a little bit.
You can't do. What do you mean you can't do one?
Everything down there is so weak. It's like,
Yeah.
it's not really kegling. I just do the K. I can't do the goal. No full kegel. I hate those
You
things.
do
did you
the K
do it
cup.
when you were just gave birth?
No.
You?
For like a minute.
Did you?
No.
No. You have so much shit going on, and that's the last thing you're thinking about.
You can't think about it.
No.
Like I
I
didn't
think I
remember to
did
do
a
that.
little bit, and then
I did for a tiny little bit.
The first one, then of course the second one just kind of ruined the whole thing, and then
Yeah.
I'm like,
Give me this down. Yeah, I want to look into that. And apparently S Factor, the like stripper pole workout classes, offers like a private class. You were telling me about that,
Yeah.
Kathy?
Yeah.
So I want to do that too, just to see what that's like. It's supposed to be like female empowerment classes by
You should
getting your
definitely try
sexuality.
it. And doing it with a group of friends instead of like a bunch of strangers is going to be a lot more interesting.
It'd be fun.
Yeah.
I looked on their website, but they have no information about any kind of private party like that. It's all like weekly class series.
Right.
And I don't want to do a weekly class series. I just don't have time
Right.
to invest into like an 8-week strip
Did you-
once a week.
did you
kind of
try it?
thing.
Yeah, I went to a party. Yeah.
private party?
Yes.
Did you strip?
No, nobody strips.
But do you have to wear the shoes?
I could only
No,
see
you don't. However, okay, so the way
I
when
just can't
I
see
went,
you in the pole dancing.
it was slightly terrifying, I have to say. And I went with people that I didn't really know. I knew the person who was hosting the party and like one other person. No, but like it was all just normal, regular moms, regular people. This person won the party at a silent auction at her elementary school.
That's funny.
She's actually been to S Factor for a while. And I think nobody bought the party, so she bought it. But yeah, it's just like an exercise empowerment type workout. And then
No
at
pole?
the end, oh yeah, no, there's definitely a pole. But not all of it is on the pole. Like there's a lot of it that's not that.
Kathy. I would love just to go to see you do the pole.
Let me tell you, it's not. I'm not graceful. Okay.
I know you can't even get Kathy to sing or dance.
Because you can't want to hear me sing. That's a terrible idea.
I mean, because she's so tall. She just like, did you just go on top. You don't have to even swing up there, right?
No, I'm not on the ceiling, but yeah, they teach you how to swing on the pole and everything.
No.
Yeah,
Her legs
I
are
would
so
bust.
long, she
Yeah.
could just wrap it all around. Like, oh my god!
she could be the pole again.
Yes, exactly,
We could do it
right?
here.
Yes, she
right,
could.
and I'll just stand. In
Yeah,
the middle
we'll
of the
stand
room.
and wrap
Like this.
around ourselves around you. So
Oh my god! But I want us to do that party. I think that would be really fun for one. I think it'd be
It's fun.
interesting.
You
also.
should definitely do it.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll
It's
do it.
Well, you're going to definitely
Just
do it
as
with
long
me.
as-
So
I'd do
we
it
should
again.
definitely do it.
I'll do it as long as Cathy gonna be
Oh,
there. I just
Sandy,
want to
you
do
have to
I'm
do
gonna
it
teach the
anyway.
class. You know what? So at the end, either the teacher or the host, because she's done it a while, actually dresses up in whatever getup they want. And this woman had, I swear to God, like 6-inch like stripper heels full on, and did a whole dance routine by herself while everyone watched. So I'll do that for you.
Oh yes.
Totally. It is so hot in here. Can we not turn the air conditioner on at all?
Pretty loud, but it's up to you.
I think we should. Aren't you hot?
Yes.
So
Well-
funny, it's always so cold. I wore a long sleeve shirt, and
I
now
know.
it's really toasty in
That's
here.
because Bert turned it off for his podcast. So it's been off since 3. So it got hot in here. So sorry for the background noise, but I'm sweating just sitting here, especially with a dog on my lap. But I think
And menopausing.
I'm menopausing, yes, as I pee my pants.
Yes, right.
While I am failing
While
at
you're
Kegel.
giggling.
But are you menopausing for real?
I am
Are
in
you-
perimenopause. I have been for a while. You know, I have been for like 3 or 4 years. I guess perimenopause is something that's relatively new in the medical diagnostic field, and I guess they've discovered that it can last up to 10 years before you actually go into menopause. And the reason I knew I had started is because I started having night sweats like 4 or 5 years ago. I would sweat through my clothes. And then about 2.5 years ago, I started having those terrible migraines once a month right before my period, which is a hormonal migraine, which happens when you have a hormonal shift, which is what perimenopause is, where I'm still cycling. I can still get pregnant, but I'm definitely not at my full estrogen. It's when you gain a little more weight. It's harder to get weight off. My sleep has been affected. I'm a terrible sleeper. And my doctor said all of that is perimenopause. So I'm not in menopause, but I'm in like pre.
So the leakage is part of it?
Yes.
So I'm in perimenopause then.
Yeah, probably.
Because I've been feeling a little bit like hot. Like just like little flashes, but I don't have night sweat.
I mean, I could wring my clothes
Wow.
out. They are so, like, I wipe my chest and it's like I just got out of the pool. I'm soaked.
Every night?
My
No.
hair, no, not every night. It's a hormonal thing. So when my hormones shift, my hair and my scalp is soaked. And I don't even sweat that much when I work out. It's awful. And then what happens is you sweat and you get soaking wet. And then when you cool down, you're freezing because you're laying in bed soaking wet.
But it's kind of
That's like
cool
after
though.
having a
You're
baby.
losing weight in your sleep.
No, fuck no, I'm not.
That's why I
wish.
fucking go to your hot yoga. to
No,
sweat.
I wish. That's the problem too, is your metabolism shifts.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And so you're not losing weight. Like my arms are
Damn
the
it.
size of Priscilla the dog.
So funny. I was just having a
can't.
conversation with a friend of mine she's easily 10 years older than us. And we were talking about menopause. I was like, all right, break it down. Like, tell me what is going to happen. And she's like, it fucking sucks.
Yeah.
It's just terrible, from night sweats to migraines to like everything you're talking about, just amplified. And she's like, it's not over. I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? She's like, nope, still haven't stopped my period.
No way.
And she's like mid to late 50s.
Wow.
Can you still have babies when you're in menopause?
As long as you're having a
think,
period,
yeah.
you can have a baby. That's what my doctor said. She said, don't be deceived. You can go 6 months when you're in perimenopause and not have a period. It does not mean anything. You can still get pregnant. So as long as you have a period, you are ovulating, even if the period is 6 months, 9 months apart. So you have to really wait. I think she told me, I may be wrong, but seems like I remember she said you have to be without a period for like 2 years. And then you're like, I'm done. You're done. It's a long time where they go, okay, now you are no longer cycling. But you know, one of our friends went through menopause already, and she's only like 52 or 3, and she was like, some days I was just miserable. like massively unhappy. And I kept going, but I'm actually not unhappy. But I'm massively unhappy. But everything's fine, but I just want to sit and cry all day long. And she was like, it's all just your hormones. And there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to be okay. She was like, I would be moody. I would snap somebody's head off for nothing and have no control over it. So I'm really looking forward to that because my uber sensitive husband is probably going to manage that really well. Right? When I go, fucking Bert! And he's going to, ooh. It's going to be not fun.
Oh.
I'm not looking forward to that. You know, it's so funny that we ended up talking about this because I didn't have a plan for this podcast because I think that we talk about awesome stuff all the time, so no need to have a plan. But I was driving today to the chiropractor, and I thought, I wonder what they're afraid of if you're afraid of anything about getting old. Are you afraid of anything about getting old? Because I am.
I mean, like very old, yeah. Like not having mobility or having your mind, like having any sort of like dementia or Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
Like that would be terrible.
That would be terrible. I'm scared of that too.
But
And I'm scared of a stroke.
Yes, I'm scared of a lot of things.
Are you?
Yes, because I'm like, you know, at my house, I'm like, well, if I get older in 10 years, will I be able to get up these stairs?
Yeah.
I think about that.
Yeah.
And then, or, you know, the kids will be gone. We'll
In
be
10
empty.
years, you'll be
Right.
fine.
In 10 years,
You'll be in your 50s.
I hope, right?
Yeah,
In
you'll
20
be fine.
years, you start to think about these things. You're like,
You do.
Can I access this? You know, we just take everything for granted.
We do.
Now, you know, because the kids are, you know, just dealing with the kids every day.
Mm-hmm.
But then I know, like, you blink, they're leaving for college.
Yeah.
My friend just texted me, and she's like, I'm so sad. My daughter is leaving for college
Aw.
next week. And then one more, and she'll be an empty nester. And then, you know, Tom and I were like, yeah, it will be very soon. It will be like in 10 years
Yeah.
or less.
Mine will be 6 in 6
Yeah.
years.
6 years, yeah, in less than 10 years. So you started to think about, okay, so are we going to move? Where are we going to move? And then we're going to get older, and then I'm not cool anymore because Kylie thinks I'm not cool anyway now.
Well, that's kind of normal.
And, you know, just getting old, like not, you know, having, you know, that you know, that flexibility that we have now.
Yeah, it's freedom.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I noticed is that something that I never thought would bother me ever, but has started to bother me. You know, when you're a cute girl or a pretty girl, an attractive girl, people talk to you differently than when you're middle-aged. And you're not like supermodel looking middle-aged. When you look like a regular person who's middle-aged, people talk to you very differently. And I find that interesting. I find that sad. It made me really sad to go, oh, wow, I didn't realize how much what I looked like affected how people treated me until I got to be middle-aged, and I feel like people see me very differently. And I don't like that.
interesting.
And I think as you get older, it's only going to get worse, you know?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought about that recently. I noticed that recently where I went, wow, I'm not the cute little chickadee, and I haven't been for a long time. But all of a sudden, I feel like people are talking to me differently. Like I need help or something.
You mean no one's like whistling to you, like while you're walking down
Yeah,
the Starbucks?
right.
Like,
I know, no more cat
As
calls
you
for
waddle.
me. I know, as I waddle, my little ass waddle. Well, my ass waddle used to be cute until I put on 20 pounds, and then
But you did get hit on the roller
true.
skating.
I did.
Yeah.
the-
See,
I
so you
did.
still got it going on.
I'm a cool mom.
You are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a cool mom. I told that story on my last podcast, I think I did, where the girl tried to pick me up at the roller rink. Because I'm a cool mom. Yeah, I still got that going for me. But
I used to get that, like getting hit on with like girls.
Oh,
But
yeah?
I haven't since I got, you know, like have kids.
really,
Not a cool mom like you.
I know it takes a lot to be a cool mom.
But when I was younger, I guess the people I was hanging out with as well.
Right.
And
I'm kind of a tomboy too. I feel like I'm not a super feminine girl. I don't wear makeup. I don't do my hair. So I feel like when you're at Rainbow Night at the roller rink, perhaps I look like one of the participants of Rainbow Night. But that's okay. It was pretty funny.
were you flattered?
I was kind of flattered because I was like, somebody finally, Jesus, nobody's talking to me anymore. I don't know. It's just something I kind of noticed
funny.
and took note of. I was like, wow, that ship's kind of sailed. I wonder, and I think too about how hard it would be for somebody our age to start dating.
I've thought
Oh,
about that. Can you imagine?
No.
I never want to be in that position right now.
No,
It'd be terrible.
no thanks.
That's scary. No, that is scary.
That's scary,
and
right?
I think a lot of divorces are
Yeah.
like, that's like the number one fear. It's like, how do you get yourself out there again?
How?
Yeah. I mean,
How do you?
I just was recently hanging out with this woman. I just met her. She's from London, and she's going through a divorce. Mm-hmm. And she's quite like, fun, and she's very sexy. But she said it is the number one thing she's so scared of,
Yeah.
is having that, like, who am I going to date?
Yeah.
and how do you find someone?
How do you find them? Yeah.
So
What do you
she
do?
like dressed very
Yeah.
provocatively just so she can, I mean, for her age,
Yeah.
I mean, and then what she's wearing, I'm like, girlfriend, you're asking for something. But
Is that
She
really what
is.
you
But
want?
maybe not the right thing.
but that's
Yeah.
what she wants, because she doesn't know how to do it. She doesn't know how to
Right.
get it out there.
It's been so long, probably,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, exactly. She said it's been 20 years. I've been married 20 years. So how do I get myself feeling sexy again and to be out in the dating pool?
And at that
Wow.
point, you've seen every pony trick there is, I would imagine,
Yeah.
because you've been married and and you dated probably before that, and,
And
how
all your
hard-
friends are married, or
Oh.
if not, they already have somebody that, and then I guess in our age, it's like we're like mid-40s. It's
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
Maybe when you're 60s or 70s, a little easier, because then you can find widows. Someone just lost their wife or husband.
Right.
So it's like a whole different bracket.
Right.
But here, it's like
Yeah.
a lot of people are just married, or then you have to find divorcee. And
Yeah.
with kids.
Yeah. And by the way, I have 2 kids that are school age, which is a focus.
Right.
Yeah. It would be really hard. I mean, I don't know. I guess
I don't even know how to market myself. I think I'll just go like how do you market yourself?
I need to be rebranded.
Yes.
I need some branding.
Maybe that's just a good niche. It's like no other people can do that, right? It's like I need to rebrand. Like rebrand.
Yeah, there's a TV show like that, a makeover show. It was on the BBC. I loved it. Remember
Well,
that
you can
show?
go to Tinder, like
Yeah.
you can write a profile about yourself, and then
Yeah, but
you
isn't
can,
Tinder for like younger people?
no,
No.
I think Tinder's for everybody.
So in London, there is this woman. She makes about like a few £100, £1,000 a year, just writing these personal profiles.
Wait, £1,000 a year
No, like she charges like £2,000
per profile.
per profile,
Per
and she makes a lot of money.
Well, yeah.
Yes, she's like 6 figures.
So she knows how to say.
She said
knows
you
how to
don't want to
rebrand.
say too much.
She knows how to brand.
You don't want to say too much. You want to say too little. You want it to. She's basically like, how do I'm gonna bait this fish? Like,
Right, right.
What it's, but you don't want to offer too much, and you don't want to seem slutty,
Right.
and you don't want to feel like you're, offering too much. And then the picture that you choose, she chooses for you. She does everything for you, and apparently she's like God, like for that. It works. So
She's a
people-
consultant.
yeah. And she writes it for you, because Kat is my friend Kat.
Yeah.
And she's on it, and and I was like, that's bad. She's like, oh, I want somebody rich. I'm like, don't say that. She's like, I'm gonna go straight to the point.
Right.
So you can kind of go around that, because
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
so direct that you don't want to date.
Well, you say it's financially secure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't want to date any surfers.
Yeah, well, financially secure doesn't necessarily mean like massively wealthy. It just means they're
Right.
cool. They're taken care of. They're
Yes.
not waiting tables and in their 60s.
So I guess
and-
this woman kind of peppers it with like, things that to say how to get a date. But I don't even know how to market myself. It's easier for someone to see it for you than you
Probably, yeah.
get out there and like, this is me. Because I see, you differently probably than what you see yourself.
Absolutely,
Right?
yeah.
So how do you see yourself?
And yeah.
How do I see myself?
Coming out of a divorce, like you probably don't have a very good self-image to begin with. You know what I mean? So
I want to hear what you think and you think of yourself.
What I think?
to put on a dating profile?
Yeah. Like, how would you describe yourself now?
Gives excellent head. Now I get it, right?
I didn't ask Bert. I asked you.
I think that's what Bert would say.
Yes.
Bert, you should put this on your profile, number 1.
Oh,
No,
you'll get a lot of dates.
I know, right?
You'll get dates.
I
Yeah,
know.
you know how to market yourself,
I'm
Leanne.
financially secure.
You
so
know how to
here's
market
what-
yourself.
I know, right? I'm like a pro. That's how do you bait the fish? I think that's how you do it.
Oh, yeah.
That might be the best bait.
Yes.
That's chum.
I suck a dick.
Right? I can unhinge my jaw. Special talents. Very flexible.
No leakage.
No leakage. And not during. Only before or after. During.
Only
no
when
leakage.
steaming.
Right. Only when steaming. How would I market myself? I think I would say wholesome.
Oh, God, no, Leanne. That's
Terrible. Wholesome's terrible.
Yeah, it sounds
hear
so
that.
boring. It's
Well, I
like,
say
I'm like,
slutty.
I'm not going to be like, no. You
Okay.
don't want
I guess I would
She's gonna
say
be the okay.
something like excellent ethics. I don't know what I would say. I would say has great nose. I have a great nose.
Yes, you
I have a
do.
nose people would pay for. So that's an asset, right?
Well,
I have
I'm
no
sucking
idea what
your
I
dick
would
is
say.
not in the way.
It's definitely not in the way. It's not in
It's
the
not
way.
that tall.
No. God, that's a really hard question, right?
Yeah. Like, I don't even know how to market myself.
I would say never graduated college.
Really big seller. Leanne.
But still pretty smart. How about that? Just now reading the classics. But hey, I'm only 48. I got time. How about that?
You definitely should not write your own. By the way, you need to hire this woman if you are
I
ever
know,
in the
yeah.
dating pool, right?
I don't know what I would say. That's really
That's
hard.
a really hard question.
Like, so you really want your friends to do it for you.
They'd have to.
I
yeah.
think,
Yeah.
I would ask my friends to do it because you're so hard on yourself. You never know.
But
like,
what I would say about you, you should not say about yourself. I would say, like, she is the catch of the century. Mm-hmm. She's the most amazing person, big heart. But you wouldn't say that about yourself.
No.
That makes you come across as
But
though
like,
I am
right.
the biggest catch of the century. I have a
suck
big
a
heart.
dick.
I know, right? That's the hard part is how do you write it in first person, right?
Right, without sounding
Yeah.
like a complete ass.
I wonder
talent.
if like all of those, they write it themselves or their friends do it. Wasn't there one that your friend have to write it for you? Friendster or
I don't know.
something?
I don't know.
I don't know. I guess none of us are.
Bert tried to write one for his sister, and I think she almost killed him. She never posted it because he was like, he was, he loves his sister, and she's really a beautiful person and a beautiful, inside and out. And he was just really just showering all these positive, and she was like, I could never post that because people would meet me and go, oh, what a bummer, disappointment.
Oh,
and I was like, no, but that's what I mean. Like
Yeah.
writing about
Yeah.
someone you care about, you see them in such
Right.
it's not really even inflated, but it's definitely more inflated than how you see yourself. Or
It's
less.
really rose colored.
Yeah.
Like if you like someone, you see them all their positive attributes.
Right.
More so.
I see some of your negatives though, Kathy.
I don't have any, so I don't
Yeah.
know what you're talking about.
And how would you market yourself, Kathy?
I would have her write it.
Yeah.
Maybe not her.
As her
actually.
first husband said, a tall drink of water. To quote her first husband, a tall drink of water. I saw this tall drink of water at the fountain. She had her leg up on the fountain, and I was done. That's what he said. So maybe I would
That
just
may
quote
only work when you're 18.
that. Maybe.
You can
Not
pole
so much
dance on
anymore.
me.
But seriously, if you
Great pole
had
dancer.
to market yourself, how would you?
I don't know. I mean,
I'm a good catch.
That was mine. Excellent catch.
No. Yeah, I don't know.
Below the weight limit catch. How about that?
I'm tall.
Don't eat much at dinner.
Don't eat much at dinner?
I'm a cheap date.
No,
Don't
right?
eat that much.
How would you market yourself, Sandy?
I don't know.
Speaks two
I was
languages.
going to say
Single
bilingual.
Asian lady.
Single Asian lady.
Refugee. You wanna try?
Recovered refugee.
Recovered refugee. Yes.
Refugee with no issues.
Yes.
Swipe left, or whichever way you swipe. As I'm swiping right.
Sense of humor.
Green card.
Green
do have a
card.
sense of
I do
humor.
have green card. I do not need a green card.
And you are fun.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
You are very fun.
And then I can pay me, and I'll get you a green card because I am legal. You know, a lot of people want to stay here for
Oh, I got offered to marry
yes.
somebody for a green card when I was young.
$30,000 is the going rate right now.
I was
Really?
offered like 10, but it was 20 years ago.
Right.
It's a long time ago.
Like it's 30 to 40,000. But I don't know with Trump now if we can even do that.
So crazy, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Crazy time. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not dating.
My
No.
brother did that.
Your brother paid somebody to
No,
be legal?
he got paid.
Oh, he got paid.
Really?
Oh yeah, he got paid 35,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does he love her?
No,
Is he still married?
I
Are
don't
they
think-
still married?
No, they got divorced because he has to marry his wife now to get. Yeah.
More $35,000?
No. I know.
This is his source of income.
It's sort of like yeah. No.
But he loves his wife now, though.
I think she used him for.
A green card.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Aw.
I think, but she's never gonna admit it because they have 2 kids now.
Aw.
But it is what
Well.
it is. But yeah, I don't know how to market myself.
Yeah, I don't either. I think most people don't.
I think Leanne, I will write for you.
You were right for me.
Yeah,
Redneck.
redneck,
Likes to fish.
loads of fun.
Loads of fun? You say that? No,
Yeah.
you don't think I'm loads of fun.
Yes,
Pretty fun. Well, I mean,
Yes,
compared to
you
Bert
are.
Kreischer.
You're married to the party guy.
Yeah, I know, but, he overshadows my fun ability. Not really. I'm just joking. But you're far more fun than I am.
No,
Yes, you are.
no.
It's different.
You're like
I
Bert
think.
Kreischer.
She is like Bert Kreischer.
You were like Bert Kreischer.
But it's a different kind of fun.
I can't hang with
it's just a
Kreischer.
different.
No, you.
I heard you had a good time last night.
Oh yeah, we had a good time.
You had a good time last night. What'd you do last night?
Oh, I went to see him, and what's really crazy was we went backstage. He took us backstage.
Yeah.
And all these comedians, I guess all the sponsors were weed sponsors, and
Yeah.
it was a Speedmaster, and he lifted up his shirt, and all these little tubes were all wrapped around his waist.
No way.
It was all different type of weed.
Yeah, but weed's legal now in
Yes.
LA. Why did he do that?
And we were like, and then he just gave us one. And my friend from London has so many swags.
She
got
does?
like maybe $500 worth of marijuana.
Of marijuana?
Wow.
They're different oil, different.
Was it wax and stuff?
It's
Or
wax. There's a
vape
drink.
pen?
There's this drink, and then there is a joint, and then there is chocolate nuts. There are these things that you dissolve under your tongue.
Wow.
It's crazy. And then she took a couple, and they made her slept like jet lag. Her jet lag was like
yeah.
done last night. Was because of that.
That's cool.
She woke up and she's like, "Wow, that works."
Oh,
Whatever
wow.
that is, yeah.
Did
'Cause
she like the show?
Yeah, she loved it. She said that it was. She thought that the humor may be a little bit different, and she.
It is.
Yes, from the British humor.
It is. It is quite different.
She wished she wasn't that jet lagged. She was so
she
tired because
was.
we went like we can't hang. It's like 10:30 by the time we're all like Tom. We're all like we're too old for this.
So
but it was
how
really
did-
fun.
How did Tom get you in the club?
Tom?
Yeah. Bert said you called him right when he was getting on stage and he couldn't go get you. So when he got off stage, he came to get you in the club and you were already in. And the guy said, yeah, the Asian guy got him in.
Oh
He
yes.
handled it.
He said we're with Bert Kreischer. There's 4 of us. It was so crazy.
That's all he said?
Yeah, he said he's sending somebody out. He said he's sending somebody out, and he keeps asking the guy. He's like, he keeps sending him out, you know.
Right.
So I don't know how he got us in.
Oh, okay.
He just got us in.
I was looking for some big, awesome Tom story. Dear, like,
Tom kicking ass.
Yeah,
I
do
don't
you know who we are?
right. I don't know.
That's not him.
That's not him, but he is very good at coercion.
Yes. Oh yeah, he'll get right in. We cut the line.
Yeah.
Because Bert said we might have to wait, but we got in.
Right.
But it was really fun.
Oh, good.
So-
I'm so glad you went. I would have loved to have gone. As I was coming home last night, I thought, I don't know why I don't ever go with him. I mean, because I could go with him, and I just have to get a sitter. But probably because he doesn't ever tell me until like 6 o'clock.
He gave
goes,
us
I got
a
2 sets
tour
tonight.
of the whole
he
club.
did?
Yes, and then we went to the secret bar where all the comedians hang out.
Right.
It's a very small one,
In the
but
back,
only
yeah.
the comedians can hang out there. And
Do you know much about that club?
yes,
The Comedy Store?
It's a lot of it's iconic. It's like
It is
a lot
iconic.
Of, like
And Mitzi Shore, who ran it for this
Is it
like in the
Pauly
70s
Shore's-
and 80s, Pauly Shore's mother.
Oh.
And she basically said who did and didn't go on Johnny Carson based on what they
Oh,
were
really?
doing in that club. And she put you on stage. She played favorites. She was very political. Like, she didn't like you, you didn't work. And she was the person, probably not the only person, but probably one of the main people that got people on Johnny Carson.
so who's the Mindy now?
Mitzi.
Mitzi.
Mitzi just passed away recently, and another guy, I think his name's Adam. He took over a couple years ago. It was really not doing well as a club, and I think this guy really turned it around. I think if Bert told me this story, and I may be totally screwing it up, but I think he said he just kind of reached out to comedians that live here and say, hey, I want to be your home club. Come work your stuff on Monday, Tuesday nights when you're home. I know you're on the road Wednesday through Sunday, but come to the club and work out. And so I think some really big guys started doing that, and then more big guys, more big guys, more big guys. And then it became this thing. It kind of had this big resurgence. I mean, back in the 70s, everybody worked at the Comedy Store. Richard Pryor, Robin Williams, Roseanne Barr in the
Yeah.
80s, Sam Kinison in the 80s, like everybody who was, almost everybody. I don't think Gary Shandling was a big store guy, but most comics went through the Comedy Store it was kind of a rite of passage, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's not so much a rite of passage anymore, but it's back to that kind of vitality, which is really cool. So if people are coming to LA and want to catch 3 or 4 really known, really good comics on a Monday or Tuesday night, they can do that, particularly on a Tuesday night. I don't know about Monday night, but on Tuesday night at the Comedy Store, they can do that. It's sold out every week. Every room is sold out every week. And when I went to the Comedy Store with Bert years ago, there was nobody there.
Really?
Nobody there. It was empty. He did the Laugh Factory, and then he did the Comedy Store, I think, in the same night. The Laugh Factory was full, and I went in the Comedy Store, and I was like, wow, this is really a shame, because I knew it was such an iconic place, and there was no one there. Wow. And the comic, I don't remember who we watched, and then Bert went up, but I was like, wow, this is really a shame.
It was packed last
Yeah.
night. The street was packed. The street was
Yeah.
packed, and it was so crazy. We were just laughing at the guy at the door.
Yeah.
He's like 2, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2. And like, how does he know? How does he keep track of it? VIP tracks 4, 3.
Wow.
You just shout out the name.
Wow.
He's like, you got tickets? No tickets. Okay, 3, 4, 5. I'm like, are we taking a number?
Right.
We have no
What's
idea. We're just like,
happening?
and then he keeps saying, Tom's like, Kreischer. And then a woman said, do you have any proof that Bert invited you? So I got out his text, and the last text that I traded with Bert was Lily's wart.
Oh, my God.
I said, can you text me Lily's wart? So
Oh, my
And I said,
God.
here it is. She's like, what is that? Oh, my, that is nothing. But I said, here it is.
That's my 10-year-old daughter's ward. But
Yeah,
never
because I
mind, never
can't
mind.
call him because he was in the middle of
He's
the
on the set, right? He was in the OR.
He's like, show me some proof, and I just couldn't pull out any
Proof.
pictures.
Right.
Yeah, the last picture was Lily's ward.
That is hysterical. And did
Anyway.
it get you in, Lily's Ward?
Yes.
Awesome.
It did. He said,
Awesome.
okay, yeah, okay, got it. And then after see, he invited me. Yeah, he's like, so
Well, he
what is-
probably saw Bert Kreischer on who it was from,
yes.
you know.
right.
So the text was from Bert Kreischer.
No, but
That's hysterical.
I listed him as Bertrude.
As Bertrude? Because that's what we call him, Bertrude.
Bertrude. So-
Bertrude McFuzz. Oh, boy. Well, I'm glad you guys got to go. I'm glad your friend had fun.
No, we had a great time.
That's good. Very good. It's interesting to have. Hey, I was talking about this with his dad this weekend, actually. I was by myself with his dad and driving to the airport. And he was like, Bert's so interesting guy because he's like two things. He's this crazy comic, and then he's this like white picket fence guy. I mean, he still curses and maybe doesn't tuck his shirt in, white picket fence guy, but he still is very traditional and very into like family stuff, and let's all have a barbecue, and let's all hang out together, and let's go make camper trips together, and let's go ziplining together. And he has this like real regular life that anybody could have, a banker, anybody. I mean, it's nothing super extravagant all the time. It's pretty regular. And I think that's part of what makes him a really good comic, is that a lot of comics, all they do is comedy. So then what do they write about at a certain point? They write about the stuff that goes on in the world of comedy, which is not really relatable to people, in Wisconsin. As a mail carrier, they're like, I don't know what you're talking about, but they could definitely relate to hanging out with
That's-
your families,
Yes, yeah.
because that's what we do all the time, is our 3 families and one more family.
That's interesting you said that.
Do everything
'cause Joe
together.
Rogan came on before
Yeah.
Bert, and that was the first time I saw him do a stand-up.
Yeah,
And he talked a lot about animals.
right.
About the cat, and it was really funny.
Yeah.
And then later on, he did some about his kids, little, like very little.
Yeah.
So I think, like you said, I think what makes Bert is that he does a lot of stuff with, kids, us. It's just a regular,
And regular guys,
everyday life.
Yeah.
Every day. That's what.
yeah.
He is.
He is a regular guy in this wacko. Well, I don't know if he's a regular guy entirely, but he lives a kind of a regular life. I keep his life regular.
You do.
I
Yes.
do.
I
keep
think
it
you
regular.
do. Yes.
And then, I mean, like, our husbands are just regular dudes. I mean, they're not pretentious. They're not, arrogant. They're not alpha even. They're just kind of regular guys. And I think that's good too, because the world of comedy is full of alphas. And, how do you relax with a bunch of alphas in the room and just be yourself?
Wait, you
for
mean
people-
who's the alpha? The comedian?
alpha,
Is that-
like top dog,
Oh, okay.
who's everybody's kind of fighting to be top dog in the world of comedy and in the world of entertainment, really.
So, but what are the wives like for comedians?
I don't know many of them.
Really?
No, I don't. The ones that I've met,
'Cause
obviously,
you're pretty regular.
I'm
I
very
guess
regular.
You're as regular as
I'm very
come.
regular. You know what? I think a lot of the times when the world of comedy is a lot like rock and roll. Mm-hmm. So if you think about a rock and roll wife, that's kind of what a comic wife is. There aren't a lot of regular wives. They're all kind of. That's why I don't hang out with comics' wives. First of all, I don't go to the clubs, and neither do they most of the time. So there's no real reason why we would hang out. I mean, I hang out with Christina Pashinsky, but we met and just kind of hit it off as people. And this was before she was even really, really doing stand-up herself. So, and she's they have a regular relationship.
So would you say you're a regular wife?
Yeah.
What kind of wife are you, Kathy?
Exotic.
Horny?
What do you mean?
I don't know, like how, because yesterday Lily said something which is funny. He's like, because our friend was supposed to go, David, and he didn't go because he said it was too late. He has to go back to his wife.
Yeah.
And then Lily's like, oh, so you have a helicopter wife? He's like, there's helicopter moms. You have a helicopter wife.
Oh,
And I'm
Lily.
like, wow.
Lily is
It's
too
like,
much.
yeah, I guess. So
Interesting. I'm definitely not.
you're not a helicopter wife.
I am not.
yeah.
But
You're not
there are-
either.
No, not
And
at
you're not
all.
either.
No.
But we know there are some helicopter wives. Like,
Yeah,
Oh,
one or
yeah.
two.
right?
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
I never used that term for wives, but
No,
you know, it's like
smart. No,
helicopter
that's
moms,
brilliant.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what kind of wife am I then?
I
hope I'm
think
not
I
a-
am
yeah.
cool.
Yo, you're cool. No, you're a cool mom.
Cool mom. Maybe
A
not
cool
a
mom.
I
cool
don't know,
wife.
you're a cool wife.
I think I'm a cool wife too. 'Cause I was today, actually, Bert was talking about something today. I don't remember what it was, and I was like, you realize all of this is actually because of me. Because I keep everything running. I keep everything
Yes.
moving forward. I keep you stable as much as I can. And so all this stuff is because of me. And he was like, oh, of course you bring it back to you. Of course you bring it back to you. But I'm like, but no, but I actually should take credit for that because I don't get credit for that. So I should take it, you know, to go, oh, you know what? I actually am the reason we're doing so well. Not obviously not entirely. I don't write jokes and I don't go on the road, and that's really hard too. But all this stuff he writes about that's so great is because I decided to volunteer for the World Fair and to start a Girl Scout troop. And I met these women that have these husbands that we all get along together. And I think so much of his comedy lately has come from that relationship of those 8 adults and those 8 kids. And I did that. He didn't do that. I did that. Because he didn't volunteer. He wanted nothing to do with school. And I met all of you guys through school. So I was like, you have to give me credit for that. He didn't want this house. And I bought this house. I was like, we can afford this house. If we can't afford this house, we can't live in LA. Like, we can't afford an apartment if we can't afford this house. So let's be smart and not buy a gazillion-dollar house that we can't afford.
Where do you think Bert will be without you? Like,
I think he would still be doing comedy. I think he'd be living with his sister. And I think he'd just be
You don't
in
think
and
he would
out
be
with
married?
his sister. I'm not sure. 'Cause I don't know that I have met anybody in the 3 states I have lived in the United States that could be married to Bert.
I don't. Yes, I
Yeah,
have
but
not.
do you think he could be married and divorced subsequently? Do you know what I mean? Do you think that would have been his
I
plan?
don't think he would do that.
Can you
know?
see anybody
I can't
else
really see
besides
that, but-
Leanne that could be
No.
married to Bert?
No.
No, me either.
No, there's nobody else. It's all my childhood trauma. I prepared me. No, I really don't think so because Bert, and in Bert's family, like in all of their family, they do not divorce. And not because they're miserably married. They're not. They're all happily married. So I think they all pick their spouses well.
So
You know what I mean?
So, but because you're a regular person and
Yeah.
you're married, you know, you're a regular wife. But so shouldn't we find a lot of regular people that could be married to Bert? No, you can't be
No.
regular.
So
You
maybe
can't
I
be
am-
regular.
I see what you're saying.
Oh, you can't be regular and married
married to him.
Bert.
Maybe I'm irregular. I'm like the
You're
half
very
broken
regular.
shell.
regularly
Right?
cool.
I'm irregular. No, you know what I think it is? I think I understand his creative process. And I'm very respectful of that because from the beginning, before I knew him, I was a writer. And I understand that everybody's creative process is different. I really believe that. And if the end game is for him to be the best artist possible, then I need to do everything I can to facilitate that. And he for me. Not just one way, but he for me too. So he can't be like, yeah, you can't do your podcast because I need you to blah, blah, blah. He has never done that, not ever, not one time. Now, not that my podcast is making any money, but is very creatively fulfilling for me. So I don't know, for some reason we both understand that it's paramount for whoever we are at our core to be supportive of that person's
So you rescue
Passion.
each other. Like, you know, remember
I
he
guess.
always asks us, like, who rescue who?
Oh,
He
he
said, oh,
believes.
Leanne, I rescue Leanne from that.
He thinks I was some big broken piece of crap when he met me. I was not broken. I actually I was really straight. Everything was really good. And I went, yeah, I think I'm going to break this pinky and just hang out with this guy. You
I
know?
think he has the better end of the deal. I think
Fuck yeah,
you
he
rescue,
does.
I mean,
100%.
without Leanne, can you imagine
be a
Bert
mess.
Card? He'd be a mess.
Yeah.
He would be a mess. He'd be a disaster.
So you rescue
But you know what, to
him.
go back to your thing, like, I actually don't think there are that many regular people out there. I think that's the difference. Like,
Yeah, you're right.
if you didn't have Leanne, but she's not like most normal regular people.
Oh.
What's I mean?
But
Like,
what's a normal
because-
regular person?
Like, there are so many regular people or people who think they're regular, but they're really the helicopter wife.
That's true. Or trophy wife.
or trophy wife, or like
Which we're all not.
Yeah.
Maybe
No.
you are. Maybe Kathy's a trophy
Kathy's
wife.
very trophy.
I mean,
No.
come on. Look at
You
how
are a tall drink of water.
slim. Yeah.
Tall drink of water.
And blonde. Exactly. Trophy wife. That's how I would describe you.
you're
Well,
not
Steven does-
writing my thing. Though.
Yeah.
Well, Stephen
I
does
could
feel like
be
he
your
won.
trophy wife.
He won the trophy by having you as a wife for sure.
Yes.
He,
Yes.
he adores you.
You are Steven's trophy.
You are. He loves
Yes.
you so much. It's really cute.
Yes.
So maybe we're not regular wives. Maybe
Right,
we're
that's what I'm saying.
like
Like-
exceptional wives.
Because I think it is a little bit rare for someone to allow their spouse to like go off and do whatever and have this. It's almost like there's a different life that they lead,
Yeah.
and you're okay with it. You're okay with it. I'm okay with it. Like it's all. I don't know. Like it's acceptance.
Stupid?
And
Stupid? Exhausting?
I was like, are we stupid?
Exhausting? A lot of work?
Yes.
No, but I know what you
I
mean.
don't know,
That's a good
but, like,
point.
yeah, I don't know how to articulate it better. But
No, I know what you mean. I think what it is I think we're not the normal. You're
yeah,
right.
That's
It's
what
not
I'm saying.
the
I think.
the trophy,
Right,
the
no.
helicopter,
No.
the kind of bossy,
The controlling,
the controlling.
Yeah.
I guess we're just
possessive.
cool.
We're just cool.
We are.
Which is cool.
There you go.
I think part of it is being secure
Yeah.
as opposed to being insecure.
Exactly. I think
Like you're
right
okay
on
enough
that.
with yourself to
Very
allow
okay.
someone else to be okay with who they are.
And to allow them to be who they are.
Yeah.
And to just be
Good, bad, whatever.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because it is a package deal.
Yeah, I think we all understand that. I think everyone has flaws. That's what I always. No one's perfect,
No.
and you kind of have to, work out that flaw.
Right.
And I admit that I have flaws, and
Right.
that's how I think the marriage sometimes. It's not just patience. It's not about everything else, but it's also just like what are your flaws, and I think you and Bert understand each other so
Yes,
well.
we do. That's true. And it's about inclusion.
Yeah.
Including. For me, it's the whole package, right? Like you're saying, everybody has flaws, including me. But I think where some people go wrong, men and women, but women tend to do this, I think, more than men, is that they say, even subconsciously, oh, I can change that flaw. And that is a fallacy and a lie that you tell yourself to stay in that relationship. Because I remember looking at Bert, eyes wide open, and going, can I do this? He cuts his toenails and tapes them underneath the coffee table. He leaves his used Q-tips on the door jamb. Can I do this? Because if I say I can do this, I can't ask him to change any of this that he's shown me. Now, if something new comes up, like when he was going through PTSD, I went, this wasn't what we started with. What is this new thing? And is this temporary or is this new Bert? What's
Right.
happening here?
Because you know what you married into.
Right.
I
Yes,
I
you
had
know.
a panic attack when I realized I had one panic attack my whole life. I had a full-blown panic attack when I realized I loved him. And that was in July, and in September I got pregnant on the pill. So after that panic attack and me saying to myself, there's always going to be whiskers in my sink. Mm-hmm. He's never going to flush the toilet.
His
He doesn't put
toenails.
his toenails under the coffee table. Clothes are going to be everywhere. He walks in the door, and he did this just the other day when we came home. He unzipped and opened his suitcase in the front door. Like, you can't even walk in the door
Oh,
unless you put a
Bertrude.
foot in the suitcase to walk through the suitcase to get in my house. He did that when we were dating. So I thought to myself,
Was he getting something out of the suitcase for you?
no,
Was it
well, he
keys?
did get something, but he's good only at the beginning of things. He's not good at the middle or the end. So he's good at the opening. And then
rest of it
maybe I
just has
should
to happen.
close it up and zip it up and stand it back up, or maybe I should unpack it, heaven forbid. But my point is, I think a lot of people see things like that and go, oh, well, that'll change.
Right. Yes. That is for
Right.
sure.
That's a
That is
mistake.
for sure.
That's a big
I think-
mistake. Speak of the devil.
That's
Oh shit.
What's up, babe?
Taking the kids.
Are you taking the kids?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Are you coming over here to... What are you doing?
Getting something.
Oh.
Oh, the pen?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Sandy's friend wants drugs.
We already talked about Sandy's friend getting drugs. I love that you keep all your pot in a Victoria's Secret box.
Like for one of each of these cartridges.
Okay. Yeah, she didn't take any last night because she didn't have the pen.
All right, we'll see you over there, babe. We'll be there soon.
What's what are you guys talking about?
We've been talking nothing.
Talking about me.
Nothing. No.
Talking about me.
Oh, no. Not everything's about you, babe.
How fit you are, just like...
Yeah, massively good-looking body you have.
All right, we'll see. Am I dressed okay?
Yeah, I guess. Ask your friend Sandy.
What?
Is it going to be fancy London people or kind of...
Just the family, but just where... Are you swimming?
Are you
No,
swimming?
I'm in the pool so fucking much, I'm sticky.
Okay. Then,
right,
bye. Love you too. Bye. So, yeah, I think that's the mistake people make is they go, oh, that'll change. Or I'll change that. Or he'll outgrow that. That's just a bad thing to do. Mm-hmm. You know, you just have to say, this is who he is right here. Can you deal with that? And if you say yes, then you are required to deal with that, I think. Because that's that's the deal you made with yourself, you know? So then to change the deal, I think it's always possible to change a deal, but I think that's really unfair in a lot of ways to go, you know, suddenly you should not open your suitcase in the doorway, even though to me I think that's insane. Never did. I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
I mean, I know
agree.
Tom's flaws when I married him.
Yeah.
You know, I just know that. I mean, I was like, this fucking guy. One of the things that he did to me, I'll never forget. Was we were stuck in the island in Thailand, and I booked it, and there was no TVs. It was on the beach. It was $20 a night, but there was nothing. There's no entertainment. We're stuck there for these 7 days. He was so bored. And Tom, you know, he has ADD.
He doesn't do well with that.
Well, I mean, there was one, you know, back then it was like a Game Boy. Was that
Yeah.
Game Boy? That's all. We traded off and played with that.
Oh
We
my
were so
God.
fucking bored. There was no electricity after like 7 o'clock. So we're looking at each other. We're like, and he's like, you know, there's the bottle. And he's like, what do you think if I fart in this bottle? What would happen?
Oh my God.
So he farted in there. I didn't even think about it. He closed it up.
Shut
The
up.
next
And then
morning,
you opened it?
No. The
Okay.
next morning, he said, hey, wake up. Early in the morning. He squeezed the bottle, the empty bottle, into my face.
Shut
No,
up.
it wasn't.
No, I'm joking. Hey, do you have wine at your place?
Just bring some.
Okay, we're going to bring Tres Uvas.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have-
Grenache?
Either one.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, bye.
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 Okay, he interrupted the best part.
Oh my
he
God.
squeezed the
Squeeze that.
bottle.
In your face?
I woke up.
Oh,
I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Oh my God.
He was laughing his ass off. I was mad at him like for 3 days.
You were
Like,
mad at him for
yeah,
3
I
days.
was like, what fucking guy would do that? Like, I mean, what?
Yet you still married him. So how'd
Yes,
you get
exactly.
over it?
So recently, you know, we were like, because I was kind of getting annoyed why we don't never go out, because we never had like time for ourselves, and we never take any trips alone. We always have the kids.
Right.
And then he invited, you know, us to go fishing with him, and the girls is like, that's too rough. So I went. This is our romantic date. Tom's not the romantic person.
That just wasn't
Fishing for
romantic
24
date.
hours,
No.
and I'm sleeping in the bunk bed with
Can't
2 of
believe
his
you did
friends
it.
snoring. Like,
Sounds sexy.
Yeah, it's very sexy. It's like, you know, 3 hours, 4 in the morning, they wake you up. He's like, time to fish. I'm like, oh, fuck yourself.
Right?
It's like, I'm so sick. I threw up.
Oh
And
my
then,
God.
you know, you catch the tuna, and it's like blood everywhere. The worst part was I had my period.
Oh my God. So there was blood everywhere.
No, Tom said that he went to the bathroom. There was like, I don't know which, well, it was like the fish or you. I was like, oh, you fucking guy. I was like, that is. So I know that I didn't, like, I was kind of saying this, like, God, I wish he's a little more romantic.
Right.
But Tom's not the norm. He's not the romantic type.
No,
I
yeah.
know that. I mean, who's squeezed a fucking bottle,
Totally.
right?
And I knew, I know. I knew
I mean,
Bert,
yes. So I know what I married into.
Yep.
So I kind of like, I can't fix him. I can't say, hey, can you take me on a romantic date? Take me wine tasting,
Right.
like what regular people do. Like, no.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, you're not trying to fix him either. Like,
No,
I think that's
yeah.
where people go wrong.
I think
Exactly.
it is.
Because you're like, there's nothing to fix. It is what it is. And
Yeah, it is what it is. I married him. And,
Yeah.
you know.
You made the choice.
I made the choice. I know
Yeah.
what I got myself into. And then all the traveling, I know what I got myself into.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yes, like a lot of, like, I'm not going to change it. And if I do try to change it, then it will become a problem.
Of course, it would be a problem
Yeah.
because you asked him to be something that he's not, to change something that's fundamental in him, and that's not fair.
Right.
I mean, that was part of my panic attack. Was I was like, how are we ever going to have kids? He's never going to be here. How are we ever? He may never make a living at this job. What am I going to do for work? You know, if this is long term, what's my career that I can carry this career? And it's very scary. But did you think about any of this? You met Steven so young.
yeah.
Did you think about any of this when you guys got together? Or was it just all sex?
Well, there's more sex then than there is now. But
Well, we know Frigidaire. We know.
yes.
A friggin' jerk.
I mean, on some levels, because, you know, we actually were together for a long time, broke up, and then got back together. So we both needed to do some growing because we met very young, and neither of us, like, I think if we got married when we first got together, we totally would have been divorced. Like, we both needed
Yeah.
to have our eyes wide open
Right.
to what we were getting into. And, you know, we broke up and we both came back
Really?
together, and we were like, yeah, this is what we want. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, we broke up. He actually came out to LA for the summer.
No way.
Yeah. He had an internship out here
So
when he was in grad school.
then he called you back, or who got back with?
No, we
Oh,
had broken up before that, like in like December-ish. So we had 6 months where like we were broken up, but like he was so fucking good to me when we broke up.
He was
Like,
good to you?
He was he's such a gentleman.
Yeah, he
like
is.
he's such a good guy. And like we had been together for so long already. You know what I mean? So like
we a bottle of fart on
he
you?
did not squeeze a bottle
gentleman.
of his ass in my face. No, not so much.
Comparatively speaking, he's like formal.
Yes.
Right. It's very true.
Yeah, gentleman is not what I use for Tom.
No.
Stephen, yes.
Fella maybe for Tom.
Fella.
A fella.
Yeah.
A dude.
Yes. So
Yeah, I don't
So he
know.
was good to
like,
you?
We were both, I don't know. And then we realized like that's definitely what
But
we
how
wanted.
how did you get back together? Like who finally
I don't know.
said,
we
hey?
weren't really, I was the one who said, I want this to work.
Oh, okay.
wow, look at you.
I know,
Kathy, being
because
the
I'm-
aggressive one.
I know, right? Because I'm not super open about feelings or about any of that kind of stuff. Like I don't do that. And that was part of the problem.
Right. Because he
And-
wears his heart on his sleeve.
Yes, he
Big
does.
time.
Very much so.
Yeah.
And I think just not having that, like realizing what I was losing
Right.
was far more important than realizing like all the other shit that comes along with him.
All the
you know
bullshit.
what I mean?
The hairy back. I'm joking. All the stuff.
The shitty phone.
Oh, that's sweet.
The what?
The shitty phone in the pocket.
The shitty, oh
The
God,
shit phone.
shitty phone.
Years later, the shit phone. Yeah, exactly.
That I did not sign up for.
No,
I'm just gonna be
no,
clear. I
just-
did not sign up for that.
But you have to tell that story now.
No,
I
you do have
can't.
to do it.
Why?
I can't.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Because
yes.
I went to a cousin's 80th birthday luncheon the other week. And there were several people who commented about this podcast.
Shut
I was like, Are you
up!
fucking kidding me? You
Oh,
can't
no
listen
way.
to this. Like Karen was listening. I was
No
like,
way.
what? No, like shit, I can't say anything anymore. So
That happened to
I
me at my
can't-
dad's birthday party.
I can't talk about it, really.
Yes, all these relatives were like, I've been listening to your podcast. I'm like, oh my God,
Like,
I curse
oh,
way too much in this
shit, I
podcast.
can't say anything.
I talk about my vagina. You people live down the street from my dad. This is embarrassing. Yeah, I know, but whatever. I mean, it is clearly at this point, there's no changing,
No.
the way we talk, so it's fine. That's so funny.
Yeah.
How'd that make you feel?
I got really nervous because it was right after the whole second sex thing. And I was like, oh my God, please tell me you're not listening to that.
Right.
She's like, oh, I'm way far behind. I was like,
thank God.
Like,
Thank
how
God.
do I delete these? Like, what
Right?
happens?
Oh my God, that's
you,
so funny.
Can you delete them? Like, I mean, can you
Can I take them off?
No, can you unsubscribe?
Can you just selectively unsubscribe
subscribe
certain
I
somebody?
can delete them. We can delete them, right?
You don't have to delete them.
No,
Yeah,
no. What I'm
I
saying
know.
is not
So nobody
delete
can-
them, but can you unfriend like somebody that is
I don't
like?
know.
Make
Can you
somebody not
unfriend?
listen
He's like,
to
oh
it.
yeah, I want to listen. No, you can't. Are you related to Cathy?
Aunt Carol? No. I know my
right.
Aunt Carol was listening, and then someone else said something to me, and I was like, yeah, I probably curse too much. And she goes, yes, you do. You certainly do. And I was like, oh no. Oh no. Who else is listening?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So yes, you can't tell this story.
No, you can't,
can't
tell
tell that story.
Okay.
No.
Well, then I'll tell a
Sorry.
story. Bert and I broke up for 4 days. And it was, from what I was told, the most dramatic and horrific 4 days of his life. So we went to the LA County Fair with a bunch of friends. And I had a couple of girlfriends who were very, very feminist. And they got into an argument with an inebriated Bert. And it did not go well. And Bert said some shit in that argument where I thought, I don't know if I can be with this guy because of what you just said. I can't be with that person. If you really think like that, I need a minute. I just need a minute. And he knew he kind of screwed up and was getting kind of like clingy, desperate-y, like on me. And I was like, I just need a minute. I just need to get my thoughts together. I need just a minute. Well, apparently that didn't go well for Bert because he stopped eating.
Oh.
He started
Bert
living.
stopped eating?
Bert stopped eating. He was living on Slim Fast. And apparently Lorenzo, his roommate at the time, said he just stayed in his shower and cried. With like the shower running over him, drinking Slim Fast and crying in the shower. So 2 days after I had said, 2 days, I said, I just need a minute. I just need a minute. I didn't even really break up with him. I just said, I just think we should just take a minute. Because he called me every day. Every day he would call me and go, what are you doing this noche? And I'd be like, well, I don't know. What are you doing this noche? And we would do stuff like casual stuff all the time. So we hung out together quite a bit. At this point, we've been dating for several months. So 2 days off, and I get a DVD on a CD on the windshield of my Corolla under the wiper. So he had made me a mixtape of love songs about our relationship. What'd you say?
He might be white picket fence guy.
He might be what?
You still have that.
I don't know where it is. I have it somewhere.
We should
but
play that.
He,
Oh my God, how funny would that be?
There's
I
this-
wonder, yeah, what's on it?
Oh, there's one song that defined what was happening for him. It was called Warning Signs by Coldplay. And it was like that was the feature, and he wrote me this long letter. I need you to listen to this particular track. This song is how I'm feeling. And it was about the song's about a guy who missed it. He didn't see the signs. He totally missed it, that he missed this girl and she walked away and now he's lost her. And it's this whole big, very heartfelt song about missing out. Like, I've missed the warning signs. I'm an asshole, kind of. So I listened to this mixtape and I was like, this poor guy.
It's like
poor,
the
pitiful guy.
old version of "I Should Have Bought You Flowers." That song was like,
Yes. Yes.
It was like
Yes, it was like that,
yeah.
but a
Now you're
Coldplay
dancing
song.
with some other dude.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly it, but Coldplay. Yeah. So I sat with that. I listened to that CD one time and I was like, oh my God, this guy. And then I kept listening to that song, and it was such a sincere song about, I'm an idiot. I have missed the warning sign. I was like, he feels terrible. So I'm just going to go over and talk to him again. 4 days. And I walk in and Lorenzo goes, oh my God, thank God you're here. I said, yeah. He's like, oh, he's downstairs. He's probably in the shower. So I go downstairs, slob of the century, Bert Kreischer, slob of the century. His room was immaculate. He had cleaned his room. in hopes that I would return and see that he was this man, that he could be this clean person. He was changing himself.
Wow.
I walked in the door of his room and he like fell down sobbing. He was like, oh my God, I can't believe you came back.
Did you say I just here to pick up some stuff?
Here to give you your
I
key
left my
back.
glasses here, I think. I don't know. No, but I was like, oh my God, this poor little fella. I'm so, okay, well, let's talk about what happened. And in that 4 days, he had brought flowers to all of my friends and apologized for his behavior. And, was just trying everything he possibly could to reconcile what had happened at this Mexican restaurant on the way home from the LA County Fair. And I was like, what a great guy. Okay, well, let's just take it kind of slow.
So it was a pity marriage.
Right, yeah, right. Well, this was like, LA County Fair is like early September. It's the month of September. But I got pregnant in September after that. On the pill. So I was like, well, we were back together and everything was working, but I was like, well, if I got pregnant on the pill, then this is clearly where I'm supposed to be.
So you had a shotgun wedding.
I had a shotgun wedding, yeah. There
What
was
does
a shotgun.
mean? Why is it called shotgun?
It means the
girls
bride is
were-
pregnant. Yeah.
No, I know, but the girls were asking us, and then we told them that, but how did that term come about? Is it because the dad is about to
Yes.
shoot
I
think
somebody?
so, yeah.
He's going
I
to
think
force
that's
the boy to marry the girl
Yeah.
with a
Okay.
shotgun. No, we have a picture of our preacher and me and Bert and my dad's holding a big shotgun because, of course, multiple
I see.
people came
Okay,
to my
so
wedding
that's
with
how
shotguns
the
in the rear
shotgun-
glass of their truck.
Because it was an easy accessory.
Yes. So anyway, that was my breakup story from Bert Kreischer. Oh my God, I can't believe he came back. And there's like empty Slim Fast cans all in his shower. He'd clearly just been sitting in the shower and drinking Slim Fast.
I cleaned everything but the shower.
Right? Right. Well, he just kept drinking Slim Fast. He probably drank 3,000 calories in Slim Fast a day because he was, he has a bit of a drinking issue.
Why? Because he thought you were gonna.
He couldn't eat.
Oh, I see.
He couldn't eat.
I thought that's
I
why
thought he was
you
fat?
left him. Yes.
No,
because
he was
fat.
always-
He's trying to like
No.
taste Slim
He's
No,
Fast.
filling up and losing weight all at once.
No, at that time he weighed like 190 pounds. He was really thin. That's my Bert Kreischer breakup story.
That's funny.
What a sweet guy.
Yeah.
He was a really sweet guy. And he took me to dinner and I was like, I don't know if I can do this. And he was like, I am here. I will always be here. I will never leave you. I am never going anywhere.
But why did you push him away in the first place?
Because he was really inappropriate with my girlfriends. He said somehow we got on the subject of like lifting a girl's skirt, like how bad that is for a boy to just go up behind a girl and lift her skirt. That's really kind of offensive and intrusive and not okay. And then he started making like frat boy stupid meathead comments about why that's the girl's the problem. Well, she shouldn't have worn the skirt. And I was like, okay, so you're saying a girl should never wear a skirt? I wasn't even in the debate. He was debating with a couple of my friends who were pretty feminist women going, so you're blaming the girl for wearing the skirt? And he's like, fuck yeah. I'm like, I don't know if I can do that. And then it escalated into talking about rape, and he then had dug his heels into this fight that he was going to win this fight. And he didn't even believe what he was saying. I mean, later he was like, of course I don't believe any of that. That's really ridiculous, but I was not going to let her win this fight. And I'm like, that was the stupidest thing you could have ever done, because they were two of my really close friends. But anyway, well, that's a long story, but little Bert. So that's how the fight started. Because I was like, I just need a minute. I just need to collect my thoughts and process what I'd witnessed and kind of suss out what I'm feeling about what I saw. So I just need a minute. And he just couldn't give me a minute.
So funny because you still say that. I just need a minute.
I do need a minute. Well, that's how I don't.
Yeah.
I am a more physical processor of the world, like Isla is. Like Isla doesn't know what she feels. She comes back later and goes, oh, this is what was going on. And I was that way too, very much. I wasn't taught to articulate my feelings. I mean, I wasn't brought up to say, how do you feel? And, Georgia was born and started talking like at 2 months old, not really, but when she started talking, she was talking like in full sentences and saying things like, I don't feel really well. My tummy feels really kind of orange and yucky. And you're like, what? You're like barely 12 months old. Why? How do you even have that verbiage. I mean, she didn't talk that young, but my point is,
Right.
she was very verbally expressive, like Bert is. He knows exactly what he feels and can say it in that moment. And sometimes I can't. Sometimes I need to process stuff, and then get my thoughts together and then come back. And when I don't do that, it never ends up good. If I just say the wrong stuff starts coming out. And so I just have to just stop and take a minute.
Did you and Tom ever break up?
We were never even together. Like, we never.
Your marriage certificate may say differently, by the way.
No,
All three of them.
He was
Right.
always my transitional boyfriend.
Well, then
Like,
how'd
I
you
was
get
just-
15
married?
years? What?
Yeah, but then I guess it was it's just weird. Oh, sorry. It's always been really strange, our relationship. It's like we never had a exclusive relationship. Is that what the term
Yeah,
is?
like where you're just
Yeah.
with each other.
Because I always look at him as my transitional boyfriend. That's how he marketed himself.
Right?
He said, I could be your transitional boyfriend because I
Oh,
just broke
funny.
up with my boyfriend. I didn't want to be with anyone.
Right.
So that's how he marketed himself. Oh, maybe I'll do that when I'm
Yeah. I can
now.
do that.
I'm going to do that. Transitional. I could be your transitional girlfriend. So anyway, we broke up for
One hell of a long transition.
Right?
Yes, exactly. No, my friend who introduced me to him, he's like, wow, I can't believe you guys transitioned to 2 kids,
Right?
houses, travel, been together with him for like 20 years.
Long time, yeah.
Yes. So we sort of we're like, okay, are we going to do this or not? Like we were never really in a relationship.
Ah.
So we can't really break up because we're never
Committed.
committed. We never
Interesting.
say we're committed until I got pregnant, kind of.
yeah.
Oh no, he did ask me to marry him, but we didn't really, because Tom is very non-committal.
Yeah.
With everything, and still is.
He's got phobia.
He got
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
has phobia.
Yeah.
He can't even commit to like if it's a month away, I say let's do this. He can't commit to it.
Right.
He has,
Phobia.
Phobia. So we never even have time. No, like a chance to break up because
Right.
we were never like in a relationship.
Right.
So
But all of us are really good friends with our spouse.
yes,
think
he's
Yeah.
like
he's your
like-
best friend.
yes. Mhm.
Yeah, and Steven's your best friend, and Bert's definitely my best friend. And so I think that is really important.
Well, I'm
too.
Tom's only friend.
You are not. I'm Tom's friend.
Yes.
I think I could say I'm Tom's
Oh
friend.
yes.
I wasn't sure
You went
until
shopping today and got
I did.
the nod.
I did.
so you're
I got
good.
sort of a nod.
Well,
I got
Yeah, he will
3/4 of
never
a nod.
admit it.
right.
He'll let me know what I did wrong when I get there tonight in some kind of covert, passive aggressive way, but that's okay. But yeah, I think I'm Tom's friend. Now I'm not a friend to Tom like I am to anybody else. I
Right.
would never go to lunch with Tom. I built a chicken coop with Tom.
Right.
But
He didn't talk once.
right.
He just like this and that.
Right.
He just had his headphones on. He's like, no, what? I said, how was it? He's like, it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's an interesting guy.
Yeah.
He's a really sweet guy. I think when he loves somebody, he really loves them. So he's a good guy. Tom.
Non-committal,
Non-committal.
non-romantic. But that's what I
No, but I think
Right.
he is romantic. He just maybe doesn't act on it. I think he thinks romantically about his life and about being a dad.
Yes.
But he doesn't bring flowers and plan. His romantic stuff is different. I was talking about this with Bert the other day. Bert's mother, who ekes out information as life rolls along that would have been important, like maybe in the beginning of a relationship. This happens all the time with Gigi. I'm with her, and she was like, yeah, Bert always has tummy trouble, right? He's goes to the bathroom spontaneously all the time, but not pee. And she's like, yeah, he's always been that way. I had him tested because I thought something was really wrong with his intestines or something. And the doctor told me, no, he's just type A. And I went, Bert Kreischer's type A? No way. And she said, yeah, the doctor said, yeah, he actually is highly type A. But his type A is about social and about fitting in and about being where the fun is. He's got to be, and about sports. He's got to be the top of that. And if he's not, it makes him really anxious. If he feels like he's missing out, feels like something's happening without him. I mean, is that not accurate?
Yeah.
And I never would have looked at him and thought type A. I mean, I wouldn't have. And Tom, you don't look at him and go, romantic guy. But then you look and you go, he's so committed to his family that he is romantic in a different, in a backdoor kind of way.
Right.
Whereas Steven is all out there. He's just totally, everybody knows he love and love.
He's a gentleman. He's sweet.
He is a gentleman.
He's a gentleman. Yes.
He's very sweet, and you know exactly where you are with Steven, I feel like. You know.
It's true.
But it's cool that we're such good friends with our spouses, because I don't know that everybody is.
It's true.
Another part of the not normal that we are. Right?
Maybe
Do
it
you
helps.
go on dates with Steven? Like go on trips?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
alone?
Mr. Romantic? Are you kidding? The first date we ever had, he rented, there was a...
No, now with kids. No, with kids.
Oh, now not that often. No, the last trip
what
we
was
took...
like? What would he do like now romantically after kids? Like, what would you consider romantic?
Oh, he would do anything. I'm the one who's like, ugh, we don't have time for that. No, he like even last, I don't know, a few weeks ago, he's like, no. I missed your birthday. We have to go out for a birthday. I was like, we've done 8 million things for my birthday. It's fine. It's okay. He's like, no, we're going to dinner. I was like, but you and I went to dinner last night because we happen to not have kids. So we like went out to dinner, just the two of us. We walked around. It was lovely. And he's like, no, that's not your birthday dinner. We're going out tonight for your birthday dinner. I was like, okay.
Does he buy you flowers?
Sometimes, yeah. Not all that often anymore. He used to a lot more, but
Yeah, Bert buys me flowers too.
yeah.
He's sweet like that, with flowers and stuff. Bert used to really like to buy me jewelry. Back when we couldn't afford to buy jewelry, he would show up with something and I go, well, I don't have the money for that. He doesn't really do that so much anymore. I mean, he replaced my engagement ring that I'd lost, but he doesn't really just spontaneously show up with jewelry like he used to. But Bert's very sweet. He used to write me love letters. Every once in a while, I'll get a postcard in the mail from somewhere he's been telling me how much he loves me. It doesn't happen that often, maybe once a year, but he's very sweet. Like, he's way more romantic than I am.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so pragmatic. I'm so practical. I'm like, yeah, we're on
That's
time.
kinda- yeah.
I know, yeah, what's the point? The flower's just going to die.
That's what Tom
Why are
said
we going to
too.
buy
He's
it?
like, why buy flowers?
Right. I was like, we
Right?
went to dinner last night. Why do we have to go again tonight?
Exactly. Where you just go, I
First
don't see
time
the point.
Tom bought me flowers, it was from the flower stand around the corner where I lived, and I know he bought it because the only reason was because they're shutting down the shop. It was like $5 for like the whole bunch.
Oh my God.
'Cause
Because
he
it was a
looked-
deal.
Yeah, it was a
It
deal.
was a deal.
Because I looked at those flowers he gave me. I'm like, dude, you just got it. I didn't tell him that, but
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, he got it. Like, because after like 6 o'clock,
Yeah.
they shut it down. It's like, you guys just take whatever you want.
Oh
for
my
like
God.
$2.
You guys are the king and queen of deals.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
are
right.
the king and queen of deals. I know you pulled up today in a car and I went, whose car is that? And Tom went, oh, we just borrow cars all the time. It's Kat's car.
It's Cat's car, yeah.
We only have one car. We just borrow cars all the time. Mm-hmm. So
We are a
funny.
king of the deals. Yeah,
You're
we're-
a king and
yeah.
queen of deals. It's awesome.
Very true.
My husband too.
Oh, no.
How many hats can I pay full price for today? That's his deal. Can I pay double? Perfect. That would make it more valuable.
This is Tom, right? So I have all these friends that staying with me, and then all these friends from London that are here. So and then I invited more people. So it's like 4 families with all of them have 3 kids or 4. So they were coming here. It's kind of a big party for it. And I know I was going to do a taco party because they don't get that.
Right.
They love tacos. And you know, in London, you don't get a lot of Mexican food. So Tom's like, so how much is the taco cart? I'm like, he said, you know, and he he priced it out at Vallarta.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
And he said, I can do it for $250 less.
Oh my God.
I'm like,
but
of
then
course
he
you
has
can.
to do it.
I said,
But
then
then
you
you
have to
gotta
do
cook
it. It's
it,
your
right?
time. He
Right.
said, yeah, what else am I doing? He's like, yeah. I said, I'm going to book the taco guy. Yeah, if you want to stupidly pay $250 more, go
Oh my
ahead.
God.
I'm like, fuck hey, just let me do it.
Right?
He said, yeah, it's not going to be as good as mine.
He's so funny.
And then I did it, and then he realized, he said, hey, listen, I realized that they didn't have shrimp or fish at the taco bar. I said, yeah, because you said you didn't want to, you know, spend too much. He's like, yeah, but I would have done shrimp and fish, and I would have done better
So it would have been $250 less, and there would have been more food.
and taste better.
Oh my God, he is.
But
hysterical.
I'm like, are you gonna be the fucking Jose? But you're not gonna be. He's like, I don't really know them, so I'm like, that's kind of being antisocial too. He said, but when we
Well-
do like the taco bar with all the campers, we just do it. I said because they all know how to do it. Everybody just do it. But here they don't know how to do it, so it's
Right.
like every person you have to serve. It's like, what do you want?
Right.
He said, no, I'm just gonna put it out there. They'll know how to eat
They'll
it.
figure it out. He's so funny.
So exhausting.
But you know what? I understand a little bit because for him, he's comfortable when he's busy.
Exactly.
So he likes being busy and then not having the pressure of having to talk to everybody.
Especially people he doesn't know well.
No. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit that way too.
So he's like, I said, so am I going to introduce you as my husband, Tom, or Jose, the taco guy? It's like, which role do you want to play?
Tomas, the taco.
Mofo.
Probably the taco guy.
He is, right? He can be.
He can be a mofo.
Right?
He can be a mofo. Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
I'll never forget, ever. Okay, do you remember when he and I took the girls to Beauty and the Beast at Pantages? Long time ago. This was right after you moved to Atlanta, and he had come home, and he hadn't seen the girls for a while, so you and I bought tickets for Beauty and the Beast at the Pantages Theater, but you gave Tom your ticket because he hadn't spent time with the girls. So we take him to lunch across from the theater. I'm like, how's it going in Atlanta? Because he's producing this movie. And he goes, those people, I don't know what they're doing over there. I mean, they're gouging me. All these prices are gouging me. He's like, let me tell you what I did to this lighting company. So I rearranged my office.
Oh, yes.
And I put the
I
chairs
remember
against
this
the wall in one line. So there's only one place they can sit. And then I set up this high-powered light to shine on those two chairs. It was like an interrogation room. So I made them sit over there and with the light on them. And they're sweating. And they're sweating.
That's true.
And I want my price. And we're fighting. And I don't remember the semantics of the fight, but he explained the whole fight to me, back and forth, of where he's like mobster style, strong-arming this guy, torturing him with this hot lamp to give him the price he wants for that vendor. And when he finished that story, I was like, fuck, Tom.
Oh, right, yeah.
That's some shit. I said,
And by the way, he
never to
left
piss
that
you
light
off.
on. He said, oh, it's working. He said, I'm going to leave it on for the entire, no one would go into his office. Because the minute you go in there and you're like,
You're
sit
sweating.
there, you're like, oh, whoa, what's going on here?
Right?
Yeah,
He's
a
no joke.
mofo.
I never forget that story. I was like, I'm never pissing you off, for one. And for two, I'm never going to negotiate anything with you ever because I will lose for sure. 'Cause I will break under that kind of pressure like that.
Yes.
He's an interesting guy.
So that's the taco bar. And still he said, I can do better.
Did he set a light up with the taco guys? And
Yeah, probably. He's like, no, he went there. He's like, taco's okay. Yeah.
That's okay.
He's like, yeah. He said they wouldn't do much. They just sat there. It was just like 10 minutes of service. I'm like, no, because people come and go, and
Yeah.
He said, yeah, they put it out. I said, no, they each one. Anyway, he just wanted to do it.
Yeah.
And he priced it out. You
Yeah.
should see the list he gave me.
It's because he's not working right now.
Yes,
Yeah.
he
He's
sent me an
getting
email.
those
He said, this is what I'm going to do. And then the highlighted version is the ones that I have to make myself. And then I can buy most of the stuff.
Oh, my God.
And he breaks it down. Just like when we go on a road trip. I mean, he plans it out like we're going on a location scout.
He's so funny.
Yeah.
We were road tripping to Big Bear that first time, and someone was like, let's carpool. And
Yeah.
Tom's like, yeah, I don't want to carpool. And he literally got in the car and
when he
left.
left.
When you
left.
weren't there?
Yes.
Yeah, let's have walkie-talkies so we can keep up with each other. Bye.
Yeah.
Gone. In the road. We're like, okay, guess Tom's not carpooling.
So
See you
this
there.
last time when we went, to Mammoth.
Mammoth, yeah.
So we carpool with the Gruzins, and of course we end up at Jack in the Box.
Oh,
I never hear the end of it from Tom. He said, "See, this is why I don't carpool."
Yeah.
He said, "I would have eaten pho."
right around
right
the
down the corner.
Right around the corner.
Yeah.
there's
He said, "Jack in the Box. That's why I don't carpool."
yeah.
I mean, come on, Tom. Yeah.
Well, he is a bit of a food snob.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, he is a little bit of a food snob.
You think?
A little bit. But
Yeah.
That was
But you know what? It's coming back to bit his ass right
why?
now. He has really bad food karma lately.
Really?
Everything we order, like we go out, sorry, we don't have.
No way.
Yeah, and then I say, I think this is what's happening, Tom. I think you've been a fucking snob, and it's coming back to you. You criticize everything. So we go to Chinese, order Chinese food. He looked at the menu for 20 minutes.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
just come on, pick something. So I just order my food. Then when he comes to, okay, I'm ready. Okay, this is what he wants. He wants all the tripe, all the intestine stuff. Sorry, we don't have it. We don't make that anymore. And then he said, okay, what about this one? I say, sorry, we don't have it anymore.
Oh my God.
He's just so bad luck. The other day he went to like get a gyro.
Yeah.
Yeah, they ran out of pita bread.
Oh my God.
And they came back with like a sandwich for him, like regular, really big, thick sandwich, like
Yeah.
like a hamburger bun. Inside there's the meat.
Oh my
And he said,
God.
this is not a gyro. He said, well, sorry, we ran out of, like, I mean, what place runs out of, like,
Yeah.
what Middle
Yeah,
Eastern
that's-
place
that's kinda-
run out
yeah,
of pita
right.
bread?
That is
They said they
stupid.
don't have pita bread.
Stupid.
And I
Yeah,
said,
we
Tom,
should
seriously, I
probably-
think we need to do some blessings because you are like have very bad food karma right now.
Right. He's a smudge.
Yes. He's a food smudge.
Food smudge, right?
Yeah, smudge him with hot dogs.
Oh, Thomasina.
Chicken feet.
Thomasina. He's funny. Well, how do we wrap this up? We've been going almost 2 hours.
No way. We
Yeah,
gotta go.
It's almost 7.
I have a
We gotta
taco
go complain
bar.
about the taco food.
I know. We got to go see what's going on at the
I'm
taco
gonna go
bar.
say that I want
I did get a
Tom's
list
taco.
by text from Tom, which I was like, oh my God, he trusts me to shop? I'm so impressed. I've like gone to a different level with Tom. So I shop, I get all the stuff on his list, guacamole, chips, blah, 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 blah. And then there's this one salsa he wants. And I read literally every label on every salsa container. And what he asked for was not on any label. So I tried to figure out which one he wanted because he wanted like this certain salsa hot. That salsa hot wasn't anywhere. That salsa no kind was anywhere. So I finally was like, this is the only one with jalapenos. I'm getting it. So when I asked him about how'd I do today, I said the salsa, and he was like, we'll see. We'll see what it's like when we open it up. Anyway, well, I guess the lesson is, right? What's the lesson? Is there a lesson from this? Definitely you should steam your vagina.
Yes.
Right?
Definitely.
We're a regular wife.
Regular
Not
wife. An irregular regular wife.
Well,
And don't be a food snob.
yes.
Not a lot of regular people out here. Don't be a food snob.
She's
Yeah.
a trophy wife. I can't wait for
Trophy wife.
Wait, we did not decide that.
Yes, you.
No, we did not.
We decided it.
Yes.
Okay, I veto this decision.
Neither of us are blonde or tall. So you're the trophy wife. You're the hot mama beach bikini trophy wife. I'm the
'Cause
lands
that's what
in,
happens.
suck it in, spanks mama wife with large arms now. Perimenopause.
Great, Leanne.
I look better than I have in a while, but I wouldn't say I look great.
Oh,
Good.
you've been following your diet, right?
I have. I've kept most of my weight off. When I was traveling, I put some back on because how do you go to the deep south and Disneyland or Disney World and it's impossible.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, right. You
yeah.
can't eat anything normal.
You can't eat anything normal. It was just really hard. And I worked out when I was out of town too, so that helps. So I've kept it off for the most part.
You look great.
But I'm still working on it. Some of it's just going to require amputation, I think. The back of my arms just needs to be amputated.
That'll be the next podcast. Liposuction.
There you go, lipo. What does this freeze your fat? I'd be interested in that.
yeah, I've been hearing all about
I don't know
it.
anything about
Have
that.
you?
Yeah, the girls, Kylie's been with Yannick in the back saying, freeze the fat, freeze your fat. I guess it's a commercial.
There's a
that's going
commercial,
on.
yeah, about freezing your fat. Anyway, thanks for talking to me about all this stuff.
Yes.
People have been asking for a casual chit chat type
This
podcast.
is as casual as you can
This is
get.
a casual
Like,
chit chat.
we talk shit. That's all
Right?
it is.
We didn't even really talk shit. I know I was just saying to you on the phone today, I called Cathy and I was like, I wish we could really talk shit. Because
No, but Sandy's here. We
we,
can't say
I
anything.
know, right? No,
You
but
guys
we're
talk
really
shit?
good shit talkers, but
Yeah.
we
Only
can't
about
talk
you.
shit because
Really?
it's about people who would listen.
No, because she said you guys talk a lot of shit about me because I don't listen to the podcast.
What?
What? We don't actually
Yeah.
talk about shit.
No.
About you.
Oh, you mean on the podcast we
Yeah.
talk about you? Yeah, we do from time to time.
See?
From time to time,
But no, we don't talk shit about her.
a little bit,
But
but not
she
in a
said
bad
because-
way.
yeah.
In an endearing way.
Yeah.
In a, like,
She said you would know because you don't listen to it.
Apparently, neither do I. I don't pay attention either.
I don't listen to it either
Yeah.
because I don't want to listen to it. Although I did listen to the one before we did your Frigidaire Kenmore.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, it's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. I think we do a pretty good job.
Okay, well, thanks for shit talking.
Yeah, thanks for shit talking. All right. See y'all next
right, thank
time.
you.
All right, bye.